Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Basketball on HCAM. Tom Nappy alongside Mike Terosian for this one, as today the 1-2 Hillers take on 0-2 Holliston, and we are certainly happy to see Holliston in action for the winter season. A bit of a late start, but they are in action. And initially, Hopkinton was supposed to play Medfield tonight. Unfortunately, Medfield had a shutdown for the week, but Holliston picked up the game. So the Hillers girls get the opportunity to play here tonight against their TVL rival Holliston Panthers. And in just a moment, we'll send it down to courtside where Athletic Director Rich Cormier will have the starting lineups. And here we go down to Rich.
Good evening, and for those of you watching at home, welcome into Hopkinton High School for tonight's varsity girls basketball game as the Holliston Panthers take on the Hopkinton Hillers. For tonight's starting lineups, first for the visiting Holliston Panthers, number 11, senior Ellie Burke. Number 13, junior Caroline Sally. Number 21, senior Kelty Colber. Number 34, senior Mary Kate Ward. And number 45, junior Summer O'Neill. The Panthers are coached by Kylie Lorenzen and head coach Kurt Lorenzen. And now for the hometown Hopkinton Hillers. At guard, number 22, junior Kiki Fossbender. At guard, number 23, junior Lauren Cho. At guard, number 31, junior Carly Hedstrom. At forward, number 33, junior Lexi Trendle. And at guard, number 15, senior captain Lulu Murphy. The Hillers are coached by Chaney Gaudette and head coach Mike Greco. If you'd please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
There you have it, the national anthem, and we are ready for some basketball as the Hillers are set to take on the Holliston Panthers. And Mike, it feels good to be back tonight.
It is really nice to be back. It seems like forever right now. We are enjoying every chance we get to cover Hiller sports, and it's nice to see Holliston in the program.
It certainly is. And
they were a delay start.
Yep, they were, but they are picking up some games around the TVL, which is nice. And as you see the two captains at center court right now.
Yeah, this is more ceremonial because we do not have the tip-off.
Right. So it's almost like a coin flip like in football.
Sure.
Where you decide who gets the ball and when. The Hillers are led by head coach Mike Greco, who's done a terrific job with this team, and Holliston is led by head coach Kurt Lorenzen. I believe it's the second season for Kurt Lorenzen for Holliston. And we are ready to go.
They really don't, like in football, show the side who's receiving, who's kicking off. But the referees did pass it off. It looks like, I think Hopkins will get the ball going out, and because Holliston got to choose what side to defend.
Yeah, I think it would be nice if we had the official mic.
Oh, my goodness. Remember, we did that in Powder Puff football.
Right.
When we had Coach King at the time doing the referee. And that was a lot of fun having a mic on the official.
It certainly was. And hopefully we'll see Powder Puff back next season, or next November. Taking a look at the starters for Holliston. Ellie Burke, Caroline Sally, Captain Kelty Kober, Mary Kate Ward, and Summer O'Neill. And for the Hillers, Millie Sensony, Lulu Murphy, Kiki Fossbender, Lauren Cho, and Lexi Trendle, the starting five. Lulu set to inbound, and we are underway. Hillers working left to right across your screen. Cho drives in, gets it back to Lulu. Down the lane she goes, up and in. Nice start for the Hillers. Now Holliston going to work it back up the floor. Full court pressure by Hopkinton. They have an aggressive defense and a whole lot of speed. Pass over to Kober. Kober with pressure along the far side, trying to find out where to go with it. Goes to Burke. Shot clock running down, 10 seconds left. Burke drives in, feeds the corner to Kober. Along the baseline she goes, up and draws the foul. And she will head to the line. They got Carly Hedstrom with that one, I believe. And that is indeed who it was.
And a reminder of the new rules. She's got two shots. First shot, nobody can stand up there at the shot. And on the second one, they come running in. And only two instead of three from each team.
And due to a agreed-upon policy between Hopkinton and Holliston, no fans for tonight's game.
So I'm sure all the Holliston fans that are watching tonight, we'd like to welcome them to the Athletic Center.
We most certainly do. Welcome everybody from Holliston and, of course, all the Hillers fans and the people who are typically here at the games.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's nice because getting the two lanyards per player is nice. And they fill up the seats. They put them in student seats, which is spread out there. They make them sit in those seats, and they do a good job. They don't let them gather and converse. They stay their distance, and it's really nice.
Mary Kay Ward put it out of bounds off a Hiller there. So Holliston can regroup. Kelty Kober on the entry. A minute into action here in Hopkinton. Burke driving in, feeds it to the low block. Summer O'Neill trying to get around the defender, feeds it to her right. Mary Kate Ward takes a shot, no good. The Hillers have it. Here comes Lulu. Feeds it up top over to Fossbender. Now along the wing, that's Hedstrom. Driving in, up and in she goes, Kiki Fossbender. A 4-0 lead for the Hillers. Pass over to Kober, up for three, no good there. And a rebound for Kiki Fossbender. Fossbender drives the floor, feeds the wing. Hedstrom drives in to the block, up and in. Full court pressure by the Hillers is paying off. Pass up the far side of Ward. Now along the wing, Burke. Feeds it up top to Sally. She'll launch the three. No good off the back iron. And it's collected by Fossbender. Fossbender takes it down, feeds it to Hedstrom. Up for three. That's no good. Loose ball, nearly collected by Cho, but Holliston has it as Burke is there. And a pass over to Sally, who takes it to the rack, draws contact. Push foul there. And that'll be the first for Kiki Fossbender, team second.
One of the nice things for our Holliston audience, those that have Verizon at home can watch us on Channel 31 on their Verizon Fios. So you don't have to sit at your computer.
First of two, no good. Holliston looking to get on the scoreboard. And second free throw, no good. Hillers have it. Cho feeds it to Hedstrom. Driving in, up with the right hand, and no, it'll fall out. Holliston has it.
Well, she went through a lot of traffic for that.
Rebound there by Burke. She'll take it down, feed the wing to Sally. And now over to the block, up and no good is O'Neal. Put back, count it. Summer O'Neal, the junior. Here comes Cho. Hedstrom. And we'll get a travel. 6-2, Hillers lead. 5:08 left to go in the first quarter. It'll be 2.5-minute breaks between each quarter rather than the traditional 10-minute halftime break. Sally trying to feed the wing, and now taking it in is Summer O'Neal. That's her second field goal of the evening. To the low block, up and no good there. Connell was blocked. Good low post presence by Summer O'Neal. Pass over to Burke. She'll take it out, feeds O'Neal, and we'll have some contact pushing the back. They're going to get Connell with her first. Team third for the Hillers. Kelty Kober on the entry.
Here we get the 5 seconds.
Took too long, violation. Yeah. Yep. Good coverage there by the Hillers. And, you know, one of the benefits on the inbounds is that, well, the defense has to stay, all defensive players have to stay at least 6 feet away, but you could double team somebody off the entry. As Cho misses the lay-in, Holliston has it. And it paid off there for the Hillers. Sally launches the shot, air ball, kept in bounds, but to a Hiller it goes. Nice effort by Mary-Kate Ward, but here comes Kiki Fossbender, and she will lay it in. Nice finger roll by Fossbender. Hillers continuing with full court pressure. Burke over to Sally. To the corner, pump fake there by Kober. Just under 4 minutes left here in the first quarter, and we have some contact. Looks like they're going to get Fossbender with contact on Burke. That's her second. Kelty Kober on the entry. Feeds it in, and it's stolen away by Connell. Here comes Lulu. Feeds it over to Cho. Back to Lulu. Now over to Hedstrom. Now along the corner, Lulu. Out to Cho. Down the lane she goes, up and count it, plus the foul. And one opportunity for Lauren Cho. They get Kara Chipman with her first foul, team first for Holliston. The and one, no good, but it's swatted back out to Cho. Up with the right hand, no good. Holliston has it. Taking it up with authority, Mary-Kate Ward.
Double?
And
nope.
What do we have here? A foul. It's going to be against Hopkinton once again. They're going to get Hedstrom with her second. Well, Hillers have to be careful with contact. Already 5 fouls. And we're just in the first quarter. Bridget Glenn feeds it to O'Neal, and she's just able to keep it in. Chipman along the far sideline. having trouble. Good defense there by the Hillers, able to get it out to Glenn. Now underneath to O'Neill, up for the lane, no good, and the Hillers have it. Good defensive stand there. Here comes Lulu. Down the lane, up, and she'll draw the foul. I like the aggressive defense of the Hillers, Mike. It's really paying off.
Yeah. I love the press. I love a Hiller press. Both boys and girls, they do such a great job.
Taking a page right out of head coach Tom Keene's playbook. First of 2 for Lulu, no good. Hiller is 0 for 2 from the line so far. Second of 2, no. Rebound by O'Neill. Here comes Sally. And she is going to get wrapped up with Lulu. It'll end up out of bounds. It'll go in Holliston's direction. Nearly a steal there. Bridget Glynn on the entry. Into Ward. She launches the 3. Little short there. It is kept in bounds by Glynn. Wow. Good hustle there. She swipes it to O'Neill. Chipman driving in, spins around the defender, up for the hook. And it's good.
Well, that really worked out great for Holliston. She went after that out-of-bounds play, kept it in, and she got lucky because there was really no one to get it. But she just found an open spot, and Holliston was first on ball.
Certainly a good possession there by the Panthers. Cho feeds it out. Lulu for 3. Count it. Knocks it down. She has 5 points so far tonight. Along the near side, Glenn, and we're going to have a steal. Maggie Hedstrom jumps up and rips it away. Here comes Cho, up with the underhand, no good. And loose ball collected by Glenn, and she'll draw contact. That'll be a team 6th for the Hillers.
Looks like a hold.
And we'll get Maggie Hedstrom with her first. 13-6 lead for Hopkinton. 1:57 left to go in the first quarter. Tom Nappy, Mike Tarosian, happy to be with you for this TVL varsity matchup.
So nice to get out, Tom.
Certainly is, and it's been tough with a lot of schedule changes and schools having to close for certain weeks out of precaution. But any game we get a chance to broadcast, we're certainly happy about the opportunity. Chipman drives in up for the lay-in, no good, and the Hillers have it. It was pulled down by Lulu. Feeds it over to Cho. Here she goes around the defender, up and count it. Lauren Cho, their second field goal. And we're going to have a timeout with 1:24 left to go. Holliston wants to talk things over. Hillers up 15-6.
Nice start for the girls. I think I love their passing. Their passing is so dead on. They're doing fantastic. And I love these timeouts because you get to see the coach give the instruction, look at the girls. And but what's tough is when they sit down, it's like, all right, who's playing?
Right.
Because normally everyone's off the bench and the players sit down. But you get to see that. So big difference, all this COVID stuff. And, we'll see what kind of traditions come out of COVID, too, when we get back into regular play. Are they going to go back to those kind of huddles, or are they going to like this kind of stuff? Are they going to like to be on the sideline inbound, or they're going to stay 6 feet off and start doing the double teamings? Because that seems to work.
I don't think this is going to be a trend that sticks.
I don't know. I don't know what they might take some of this stuff back when we get to playing real basketball. Who knows?
It should be interesting. We do have some other Hiller sports coming up this week, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Because things...
we did not get an email yet from A.D. Cormier, so...
we'll knock on some wood here, but if all goes well, we'll have girls hockey tomorrow night, 5:40 p.m. from the New England Sports Center.
First one.
As they take on Norwood, and then we'll have alpine skiing on Thursday at 7 p.m. Holliston working against the press off the timeout. Here comes Chipman. And good pressure here, trying to steal it away, Iannelli, and we'll have a jump ball call as Iannelli and Chipman get wrapped up.
Should be Holliston's, I think, if the
Is
arrows hold
indeed.
true.
Yep. Into Ward. Out to Sally. Now to Chipman. Driving in and turned away there. Able to keep her dribble, though. Here's a shot from the elbow, and knocking it down is Sally.
Got a lot of hang time on that one.
Taking it up, Murphy. Under a minute left to go in the first quarter. To Sensini. She'll pump fake, give it off to Cho. Now Lulu. 3 attempt by Cho, no good, and a rebound by Bergloff. Chipman takes it up and calls it out. Over to Glenn. Now along the wing. That's up to Bergloff. Underneath. Up with the hook shot is Glenn, no good. And the Hillers have it. Here comes Lulu. 8 seconds left to go in the quarter. Millie feeds it out over to Iannelli. Now to Lulu, up for 3. No, off the rim. And that'll do it for the first quarter. A great quarter by the Hillers. They force turnovers, and they hit some great shots from the interior, and they lead at 15-8 after 1 quarter of play. Second quarter coming up next on HCAM. And we are ready for the second quarter. Hopkinton leading Holliston 15-8. Tom Nappy, Mike Tarosian, happy to be with you for this varsity matchup. Carly Hedstrom will have the inbound.
One of the big things I always loved at varsity sports is how the referees still continue to talk to the players and give instruction.
Right.
Even though this is the competitive league, there's always room for instruction. It also gives the players a chance to understand why they call what they call so they can adjust it. It's like, oh, I didn't have my hands all over that player, but they explain what they saw so that they can adjust. And that's awesome. That's when you get a good reffing crew.
Absolutely. Instruction is certainly important, especially with the COVID regulations, as Kiki knocks it down. Kiki Fossbender with her third field goal of the evening. Knocked out of bounds off of Lexi. It was good hustle by Cho on that last offensive possession. She missed the initial shot, was able to get her own rebound and keep it in Hiller's possession. And it led to a bucket. Great hustle on this girls' team this year. Chipman feeds it in to O'Neill, up from the block, no good, and Lulu is going to come away with it. Nice rebound there as she squeezed between 3 Panthers to get to that one. Cho. Over to Fossbender. Driving down, up, off the window, no good, and it's a Holliston rebound as Glenn there to collect. And now we're going to have a steal. Here comes Cho to the bucket, up, count it. Lauren Cho takes it to the house. Sally will take it up court. Hillers continuing to press. Over to left block to a wide open shooter. Bergloff misses the initial shot. Put back by O'Neill, no good, but Bergloff is there for another putback, and this time she is successful. And now a quick pass over to Lexi, and she'll go up and in, plus the foul. Lexi Trendle, the junior, heading to the line for the and one opportunity. They get Summer O'Neill with the contact. That's her first, team third for Holliston. On the end one attempt, count it. 22-10 Hillers. Sally fires it across to Chipman. And now another steal here. Here comes Fossbender up from the block, count it. The Hillers creating turnovers. Long pass there and a little too far in front of Mary Kate Ward. Hillers ball. Over to the wing to Hedstrom. Now to Cho, up for the lay-in, and she'll draw contact. Well, the Hillers having their way with Holliston in the second quarter so far, Mike.
Yeah, they're in their niche. I think they're going to hold them to very few points this quarter.
They're on a 9-2 run. First of two, count it. Lauren Cho with 7 points. Now on the second of two. No fallout. Holliston has it. Here comes Sally. Underneath over to Kober, and she's going to draw contact. She went up for the lay-in by Trendle. It's Lexi Trendle's first foul. First of two for Kelty Kober. And she'll hit the first. Second of two for the senior. No good there, loose ball. And it went off of Lulu and collected by Trendle. Here comes the Hillers. Along the corner, up for three, Hedstrom, no good. And it's collected by Fossbender. She'll kick it out, or try to kick it out. Summer O'Neill gets a hand in there, trying to take it up court, and it is going to be Hillers' ball. Last touch by O'Neill as she was battling it out with Lulu Murphy. The senior Lulu Murphy takes it up. To Hedstrom. Back to Lulu. Shot clock running low, 10 seconds left. Hedstrom trying to feed it out over to Fossbender. Hillers need to get the shot off. Fossbender launches the three. No good off the back iron. And it's collected by Lulu. Out to Fossbender. And back to Lulu. Around the perimeter. Over to Hedstrom. Carly Hedstrom driving down, feeds it out to Lulu. Up for three, no good there, and out of bounds it goes, Holliston ball. Full court pressure by the Hillers pays off once again. Lulu jumps up and rips it down for the steal. Over to Hedstrom, now back to Lulu. You got Maggie and Carly Hedstrom both in the game. Lulu to Maggie, up for three. Got it! Swish! Nothing but net. 28-11 Hillers. Sally trying to work it up the floor. We have another steal by Kiki Fossbender. Kiki takes it to the house. Count it. Unbelievable the amount of turnovers the Hillers are creating. A missed shot there by Glenn, put back by O'Neill, no good. And then she's going to get wrapped up with Lexi, and we'll have a foul. And this is going to be on Lexi Trendle. That's her second. And it will be a 1-and-1. Or no, there's going to be a two-shot foul, as it was on the shot.
One and one.
Oh.
Yeah, it was on the ground. They
thought the officials were pushing the players back there. It is indeed a 1-and-1. Summer O'Neill, the junior. Front end, and it's good. She has 5 points. On the back end of a 1-and-1, count it. Cho takes it up. Feeds it over to Fossbender, back to Cho. Out to Ionelli. Hedstrom trying to get it underneath, and it's chipped away by a defender, and we'll have a jump ball here. It'll be Holliston ball. On the entry, Kober. Hillers going to go with the press all game long, as it has been paying off big time in this second quarter. Sally calls it out. Feeds it to Chipman. Over to O'Neill, to the bucket. Good block there by Hedstrom. Loose ball, and it's collected by Ward. She'll put it up and in.
That was a nice off-balance shot by Ward.
Here comes Cho. Ionelli trying to feed it to Hedstrom, and defender got away with a little push there. Here goes Sally up for the lay-in, no good, collected by Cho. Out to Ionelli. Now along the short corner to Connell. Back along the perimeter they go. Fossbender driving in.
Oh, extra step.
And called for the travel. On the entry is Kober. 2.5 left to go in this first half. Hillers up by 15. Sally gets it over to Ward, and she'll take it to the rack up, and no good. And a little bobble there by Connell, but she's able to regather. Here comes Cho. Ionelli to the corner to Fossbender. Now it's back up to Cho. Now Ionelli feeds it in. Connell takes it down the lane and was trying to kick it outside, but defenders were able to take it away. She's just surrounded there. And what do we have here?
Mask. Someone's mask came off.
And Caroline Connell will have to go grab another mask. I don't even think she noticed.
No. I think the only reason the ref noticed is because it landed in front of him. Tough thing for them to play, but they're managing quite well. If I'm not mistaken, that is probably the first mask fall that we saw.
And we're going to have a timeout with 1:51 left to go.
Hopkins is doing a great job on defense. So
Did they get him with the foul on that?
I didn't see a foul come up.
I don't think that was a foul. I think
no.
Mask just fell off innocently. Yeah. Great second quarter by the Hillers. They have outscored Holliston so far 15-7. Kiki Fossbender leading the way for the Hillers with 10 points so far in this game. Lauren Cho has contributed 7. We got Lulu with 5 first quarter points. And Maggie Hedstrom knocked down a 3 earlier in the quarter. Lexi Trendle also has 3 points. For Holliston, you got Summer O'Neill leading the way for the Panthers with 6. Mary Kate Ward, Ava Bergloff, Kelty Kober, Caroline Sally, and Kara Chipman have also contributed scoring-wise so far in this game for Holliston.
Holliston coming out late on the timeout. They needed every second of that timeout to try to figure things out here.
Kelty Kober on the entry. Feeds it into O'Neill. Up. No good off the side of the hoop, and it's collected by Connell. Here comes Cho. Over to Fossbender. Back to Cho. To Sensini. And they have Caroline Kane in the game, who was added to the roster tonight, the freshman, called up from the JV squad. And Cho goes up and in with the underhand. Caroline Kane wearing number 24 for the Hillers tonight. Kara Chipman takes it to the rack, off the window and in. Here comes Cho. Down the lane with the underhand, no good there. O'Neill with the rebound.
Double dribble.
And yeah, a travel call on O'Neill. Little misstep there, Hiller's ball. Lauren Cho on the inbound. Over to Fossbender. Back to Cho for 3. Got it. Lauren Cho starting to heat up for Hopkinton. Taking it up the near side, Sally. Trying to work around Cho. 40 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Mary Kate Ward up and no good there. Hillers have it, collected by Fossbender. To Cho. Back to Kiki, and we have a travel. One thing I would like them to keep, but I know they won't, is 2.5-minute breaks between each quarter.
I tell you, I love them.
And shorten that halftime break.
Well, wait a second. Unless they start doing concessions and the Hillers are selling pizza,
right?
I want the halftime.
That's a good point. Never mind what I just said. O'Neill, count it. Summer O'Neill working the low post. Cho over to Millie. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Cho over to Maggie Hedstrom. Up for 3. Swishes it right through. That's her second three-point field goal of the quarter. And a great quarter it was for the Hopkinton Hillers as they lead the Holliston Panthers 38-19 at the half. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity basketball on HCAM. Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity basketball. Hopkinton at the half, leading Holliston 38-19. Panthers will have to regroup to get back into this game as they're taking their time here at the halftime break.
Yeah, they're using up all the extra time right now because.
And, you know, the officials understand that it's only 2.5 minutes, and sometimes it'll take a little longer.
They know they need a little bit more. And, you know, Holliston needs what were they held? 4-6 points for the second quarter?
We had 8 in the first, 11 in the second. Let's take a look at the scoring totals. Hillers led after the first quarter 15-8, and then outscored Holliston in the second quarter 23-11. And for points for Holliston, you got Kara Chipman with 4, Caroline Sally with 2, Kelty Cobra with 1, Ava Burloff with 2, Mary Kate Ward with 2, Summer O'Neill leading the way with 8 for the Panthers. For the Hillers, Lulu with 5, Kiki Fossbender with 10, Lauren Cho with 12, Carly Hedstrom with 2, Maggie Hedstrom with 6, Lexi Trendle with 3. Cho takes it to the rack, off the window and in. Good start to the second half. Full court pressure by the Hillers continuing on into this second half. Ward fires it out to Sally, driving in up for the shot. No good there. And it's collected by Kiki. Cho takes it up. Fires it over to Carly Hedstrom. Back to Cho. Carly. There's Fossbender out to Cho. Back to Carly, running out of time on the shot clock. The Hillers certainly take their time on their possessions, find that good shot opportunity. Lulu up for the shot. Yes! Right at the buzzer. Good possession there by the Hillers. Here comes Ellie Burke. She'll feed it over to Ward, up for the shot, no good. And it's collected by Kiki Fossbender. Fossbender fires it over to Hedstrom. Back to Fossbender, now Cho. Out to Carly. Here comes Lulu, up and in. Good finish there. Lulu Murphy already with 2 field goals in this third quarter. Along the far side, that's Ward. Feeds it across over to Sally. And out of the elbow, up for the jumper is Burke, no good. Loose ball, and it's picked up by Trendle. Cho takes it up. Over to Lulu. Hedstrom back to Lulu. Cho now. Lulu will kick it out. Running out of time on the shot clock once again. 6 seconds left. Over to Cho, up for 3. No, it'll rattle out, but it's a Hillers rebound. Hedstrom's there, up, no good. And it's batted around Holliston and able to collect as Summer O'Neill pulls it away. Over to Sally, up for 3. No good there. Rebound by Ward. She'll get it over to the short corner. Burke for the long 2, yes. 44-21, Hillers leading here in this third quarter. Fossbender. Out to Lulu. Wide open opportunity for Cho. No good off the back iron. And Holliston has it there to collect his Kelty Cobra. Ward. Over to Burke. And we have some contact. We're going to get Kiki Fossbender with the contact. That's her third. Team first. Kelty Cobra on the entry. Sally with possession. Over to O'Neill. Now underneath, up, and no good is Ward. Put back is going to draw a foul. Summer O'Neill heading to the line. Team second for the Hillers. They get Lexi Trendle with her third. And the first of 2 is good. Second of 2 for Summer O'Neill. Count it. Here comes Lulu. Over to Carly Hedstrom. Back to Lulu. Cho. Drives in, up with the left hand, no good. And trying to pull it away is Connell, and she got wrapped up for the jump ball call with Ward. It'll go Holliston way. Kober over to O'Neill. Well, the Hillers not backing down from the press, and it's been working all game long, creating a lot of turnovers. Maybe one here. Nope, it was out of bounds off of Connell. Good attempt there on the entry, Kelty Kober. Feeds it over to Ward now. It's back to Kober, up for 3, no good. Cho collects. Feeds it over to Lulu. Back to Cho. Maggie driving in, up. Yes, and she took a hard bang to the ground there, but comes up with the bucket. Nice job by Maggie squeezing between a couple of Panther defenders to lay that one in. Shipman up for the hook. No good. It was blocked. Caroline Connell got a hand on it for the nice block as Hedstrom takes it up. Cho now fires it over to Hedstrom, and Hedstrom goes to lay it in and draws contact. Something went flying. I'm not sure what that was. I have no idea where that came from. Maggie Hedstrom, the senior, at the line. A foul was on Caroline Sally. That's her second. Team first in the second half for Holliston. And the first of 2 from Maggie is good. Second of 2. No, that'll fall out. And it was knocked out of play, and it went off of Holliston. O'Neill got the last touch. It'll be Hiller's ball. Lauren Cho on the entry. Cho turns it around to Maggie, up for 3. No good there. Loose ball, and Cho comes up with it. Out to Maggie she goes. Down the lane, and it was knocked out of bounds off they're going to call it out off of Hedstrom, so it'll be Holliston ball. Full court pressure once again by the Hillers. All game long with the pressure. Kober trying to feed it over to Chipman, a little too far in front of her, but it was touched by a defender. Kober on the entry. And we'll get a timeout here with 3:14 left in the third quarter. Hopkinton leading Holliston 47-23. Don't forget, every Wednesday on HCAM TV, you can catch HCAM Sports Talk Live. We'll catch you up with all the local happenings in high school, college, and professional sports.
And tomorrow you have a great interview with the head coach.
Correct. Yes, tomorrow. On tomorrow's edition, we have Hopkinton Hillers boys varsity hockey head coach Chris McPherson joining us. So tune in tomorrow at 3 p.m. on HCAM TV and, of course, our YouTube page as well. An
additional program, Hopkins Hangout Hour. Jim Cousins will be talking to the Hopkins Little League tomorrow. Talk about what they're up to, who's running it. And you got to remember, people that are watching, you got little kids that sign up for Little League. January 31st is the deadline. So go to HopkinsLittleLeague.com and go to their website and get the kids signed up for this spring, because there will be a season one way or the other. They're going to work around whatever COVID rules they have to. But there will be a season this year.
There certainly will. So if you have a young one that wants to play baseball or softball, get them signed up by January 31st over at hopkintonlittleleague.org. Holliston off the timeout. We'll have possession. Kelty on the entry. Kelty Kober, one of the captains on this Holliston team in her senior year. Good feet underneath. O'Neill up for the lay, no good. It'll fall out, and it's kept in bounds by Kiki Fossbender as she swipes it to Lulu. Lulu pulls up, turns it around to Fossbender, back to Lulu. Now Maggie. Hillers going to take their time on their possessions. They don't have to rush shots here with the big lead as Maggie knocks down a three. Maggie Hedstrom swishing it through. And it is swiped out of bounds by Caroline Connell, who nearly had a steal. Holliston will have the inbound.
Hopkins is doing a great job out there press. Holliston is having a hard time beating it.
Yeah, this has been a very great defensive game by the Hillers.
A hold.
And what do we have here? The Holliston inbound. Looks like they got Caroline Connell with her second foul. Team third for Hopkinton. Over to O'Neill, up for the jumper from the short corner, no good. It is collected by Ward. She'll try to put it back, and in she goes. Lulu takes it up. Over to Kiki, now back up top to Lulu for three, no good. Loose ball, and coming away with it is Chipman, and she's going to take it coast to coast to the bucket. No good there. And as Kiki tried to come away with it, it was swiped out of bounds by O'Neill. It'll be a Hillers inbound. Millie Sensini coming back in the game. Maggie Hedstrom will take a breather. Maggie Hedstrom having quite the night tonight. She has 12 points. Iannelli feeds it over to Fossbender. Now Lulu on the corner. Takes it up and around. Kiki for three. Got it. Hillers up by 28 with 1:45 left to go in the third. O'Neill knocks it down. Murphy, around the perimeter they go. Millie, back to Lulu.
Nope.
And a little misstep there.
Yeah. I think she had some. I think she had a couple elbows on her.
I think so. There was a little pushing going on.
That's
They're letting them play.
That's what the game's all about.
That's right. Kara Chipman takes it up. Over to Glenn, up for the shot, no good. Loose ball, and it's collected by Abby Glenn. Got Abby Glenn and Bridget Glenn in the game right now for Holliston. Bergloff with possession. Over to Abby. Now Kara Chipman feeds it over to Ava Bergloff. Holliston running out of time on the shot clock, down to 7 seconds. Driving in Ward, up for the shot, no good, it'll rattle out. Loose ball, and it's collected by Iannelli. Great defensive stand there by the Hillers. Lulu. 30 seconds left in the quarter. 18 on the shot clock. We're going to have a steal here as Ward trying to come away with it. And here comes Abby Glenn. Shot clock is off. Up for three. No good there, and it's batted out of bounds. Off the missed Bergloff shot. It was out on the Hillers. Kara Chipman on the inbound. 13 seconds left in the quarter. Feeds it over to Glenn. trying to get it to the block, and it was batted away. Here comes Ward, up for the shot, count it. At the buzzer, Iannelli almost had it, good effort, but after 3 quarters of play, it's Hopkinton leading Holliston 53-29. What a great quarter it was for the Hillers. The 4th quarter coming up next. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity basketball on HM. And we are ready for the 4th and final quarter. The Hillers leading Holliston 53-29 as we start the final 8 minutes. Hedstrom into Cho. Around the perimeter they go. Up for 3, Kiki. No good off the front of the rim. Cho with the rebound. Out to Carly she goes. Lulu with possession. Stolen away. Quick break by Ava Bergloff to the rack. Off the window and in. Coast to coast she goes. Lulu with possession. Over to Cho. Now Fossbender. Cho trying to work around the defender, going to draw some contact. She got tied up with Bergloff. And that is going to be a foul on Ava. It's her first. Team second for Holliston. Hillers will have the entry. Cho feeds it over to Carly Hedstrom. Along the corner, and we're going to get a travel here on Kiki. Little misstep there. Here comes Holliston. Driving in, Chipman up for the lay, no good. Grabs her own rebound. And it is going to end up out of bounds off of Chipman. That was a nice tap by Lulu to knock it off of Chipman, give the Hillers the possession. Cho takes it up. Along the corner, Kiki driving in, up for the jumper. No good there, it falls out, loose ball, and it's collected by Abby Glenn. Abby takes it up. Ava Bergloff back to Abby. Now to Chipman. Over to Ward. Ward trying to figure out where to go with it. And a timeout called by Holliston. Smart timeout call there by Coach
was a nice
Lorenzen.
save.
Certainly was. Let's take a look at the scoring totals after 3 quarters of play. For Holliston, it was Cara Chipman with 4, Ellie Burke with 2, Caroline Sally with 2, Kelty Cobra with 1, Ava Bergloff with 2, Mary Kate Ward with 6, Summer O'Neill with 12 after 3 quarters of play. For the Hillers, it was Lulu with 9, Kiki Fossbender with 13, Lauren Cho with 14, Carly Hedstrom with 2, Maggie Hedstrom with 12, and Lexi Trendle with 3 points. We'll have Hillers girls hockey tomorrow on HCAM as they take on Norwood. It'll be our first look at them on HCAM, first home game of the season. Unfortunately, there's been a good amount of postponements around the TVL due to the pandemic situation, but as of right now, Hillers girls hockey is on tomorrow night, 5:40 p.m. against Norwood.
First one, I can't wait.
On the entry, Ellie Burke off the timeout. 6 minutes, 11 seconds left to go. Hillers up 53-31. Feeds it into Ward. Back out to Ellie. And time ran out on the shot clock. Hillers ball.
It's like they weren't even watching it.
Yeah, I don't think they realized it was only a few seconds.
They must have thought they had a full clock when they started.
Cho takes it up. Gets it out to Lulu. Out of Fossbender. Stolen away by O'Neill. Caroline Sally with possession. Feeds it into Ward. And Ward tried to get it over to Burke. Knocked out by a defender. Carly Hedstrom got a hand on it. Holliston ball.
That was a nice no-look pass, too, on the inside.
Ellie Burke on the inbound. Into O'Neill. Up for the shot. No good. Loose ball, and the Hillers have it. It was collected by Lexi. Cho with possession.
Nope.
And misfire there by Lulu. I think there was clearly a miscommunication there.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a good effort by the Hillers offensively and defensively. The press has really paid off. They forced a lot of turnovers in this game. And they hit a good portion of their shots as well. They did not miss a lot.
Yep, made a lot of rebounds as well.
O'Neill puts it up and draws contact. They're going to get Lexi Trendle with her 4th. She'll be coming out shortly. First of 2 for Summer O'Neill is good. Second of 2 for the junior. Count it. She has 14 points tonight. Summer O'Neill will certainly be a player to look out for next year on Holliston. Great low post presence. And now Coach Greco going to call a timeout. He wants to talk things over. Make sure his team's staying concentrated.
Yeah, I mean, 20-point lead, timeout. All he has to do is just tell him, hey, this is how I want you to play. And, maybe some of the fresh jerseys will come in the final couple of minutes.
I think so.
I think he saw him. I think he saw a change on the Holliston offense that he thought his girls weren't ready for. And I think that's what he's giving them the advice for right now is to watch out for this, that change in this.
Hiller is up by 20 with 5:01 left. And just a reminder, girls hockey tomorrow night, 5:40 p.m., and alpine skiing on Thursday at 7 p.m. And unfortunately, as of right now, no Friday basketball due to Medfield shutting down for the week.
And no Saturday hockey.
As of right now, they are still looking for opponents, so
yes,
you never know.
Everyone's looking. We're all looking. So if you have a team out there, you get a men's over 40 that are looking for something to do, come on.
Right.
Can you imagine playing one of those?
Yeah. Call up the Harlem Wizards.
Oh, yeah.
Maggie along the baseline called for the travel. Ellie Burke on the inbound. I wonder what the Globetrotters are doing. Are they still playing?
I didn't even take their opponents. What were those? Those were they were like the Washington Capitals or something. Real simple name. I'm trying to remember.
I always forget the opponents' names.
I know, but for the longest time, when I was growing up, it was the same Washington team. Oh, my goodness, I can't remember.
Ellie Burke on the inbound. Over to O'Neill. Off the glass and in. Lulu takes it up. Hiller's going to take their time here, burn that time off the clock. No need to rush shots.
Yeah, that's it. Practice your passing.
Carly. Back out to Carly. Letting that shot clock run down. Oh, and we have some body contact here as Lexi retrieved the pass, and some contact there by Summer O'Neill.
Yeah, it was just a little too much.
Yeah, I don't think she knew she was going to stop. Millie on the inbound. Lulu. Over to Connell. Around the perimeter they go.
Oh.
Trying to get it in there to Lexi. It got away from her.
Good idea.
Here comes Holliston. O'Neill trying to work by the defender. Up and in she goes. She has 6 fourth quarter points, 18 overall. Maggie gets it over to Lulu. To Millie. Cross now to Maggie. Off the defender it goes.
Call a kickball or something?
Yeah.
I see the leg go up.
I'm not sure what they called
I saw some kind of spin of the finger. I don't know.
Oh, they got, yeah. I think they did actually. They did call that a kickball.
Okay. I just see the foot go up.
Up for 3. Air ball there by Maggie, and it's collected by Alexa Reese. Well, typically you see the kicking motion from the official in that instance.
You usually get the foot. It's one of the most obvious calls in basketball.
Right.
That and the travel, the 2 most obvious calls.
Millie. Lulu. Out to Maggie. 7 left on the shot clock. Maggie pump fakes, drives in, and drew some contact. They'll get Alexa Reese with her first. .259 left to go in the game. Hiller is comfortably ahead, 53-37. And we're going to have a travel here on Lulu. Caroline Sally will take it up. And it's stolen away as Caroline Connell got a piece of it, knocked it over to Lulu. To Maggie. Now Lulu. Steps back, launches the 3. No good. Collected underneath by Caroline Connell. And we're going to get a timeout called by the Hillers. 2:21 left to go in the fourth quarter. Hopkinton up by 16. A couple minutes away from improving to 2-2 overall.
Hey, can you believe we're near the end of January and we're saying the record is 2-2? We're normally we're in the second half of the season, right?
Yeah, and no, I can't.
Well, it has just been so hard.
Well, it's just any game is a gift.
That's right. You know, and the players are just happy to be out there playing, which is outstanding. Good for them.
As far as home games left for the Hillers girls as of right now, they have 3 home games left. There could be more added. Hopefully not any subtracted. But
take it away.
There's been some games added on of previously postponed games. They're going to try to make up as many postponements as they can. Obviously, they may not be able to make them all up, but they are certainly doing their best.
Right, exactly. Because Hopkins not the only school in the boat of remote, and I mean, you know, Holliston and Ashland both had a 2-week delay on their programs
Right.
due to COVID, and then we had missed games because of other teams, and we had to miss a game because something here, and one thing leads to another. You never know.
We'll just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Connell up to Lulu.
And if you missed a game that's already been played, Tom, they're all uploaded on the HCAM TV YouTube page. You go to hcam.tv under the programs and look up Hilla Sports. You will see the Hilla basketball season for 2020-2021, which is basically the school year. And you will see every game that we broadcast at both freshmen, JV, boys and girls, and even one middle school. We were able to do a middle school game because they let them play over here.
Yes. And there may be more middle school games added as well.
That's
in
right.
the future as we get time out here. I think we'll probably have some substitutions for the last 2 minutes.
Sure. And HCAM is so happy to be a part of this process, working very closely with our athletic director, Rich Cormier. We get more emails from him than we do our boss lately with all the different changes, and he keeps us up to date on everything as it keeps going. You know, because like tonight, this is the first game between Fall 1 and Winter. This is the first one that no fans were allowed at.
Right. But we are
But they let us.
thankful
They
for
let us come
everybody who
here.
tuned in.
They let us come here.
Yes.
We're up here 20 feet overhead and far, far away.
Lulu. Over to Iannelli. 1:47 and counting left to go. 15 left on the shot clock. Nice feed there. Up and in, Iannelli. First points of the quarter for the Hillers. But their strategy this quarter really was burn clock, as they had a nice, comfortable lead. Ellie Burke trying to feed it in, and it's stolen away by Connell.
Hopkins doing a great job keeping Holliston out of the paint.
Certainly are. Ooh, over to Millie. Now Connell. Under a minute left to go. Lulu to Millie. Running out of time on the shot clock. She lost it. Holliston ball. And it's stolen back by Connell. Good hustle there. Lulu over to Millie. Now it's Lulu. Feeds it to Iannelli. Millie now swipes it back. Driving in is Kane, up and in. And the freshman has her first points in a varsity uniform. She was called up from the JV squad heading into this game and comes up with a bucket. Loss over to Burke, up for three, no good. Loose ball collected by Abby Glenn, and that is going to do it. The Hopkinton Hiller is going to come away with the 57-37 win. A dominant win by the Hillers, and they just played a great all-around game tonight, Mike.
I tell you, the Hillers looked fantastic tonight. Their press was, I'm not going to call it perfect, but it was spot on. Holliston had the hardest time trying to beat it tonight. And overall, the passing was great. They were able to set up all their offenses fine and score. And as you can see, they come out on top. Great job by the Hiller girls.
Let's take a look at the scoring totals for Holliston. It was Kara Chipman with 4, Ellie Burke with 2, Caroline Sally with 2, Kelty Kober with 1, Ava Bergloff with 4, Mary Kate Ward with 6, Summer O'Neill with 10 points. Summer O'Neill with 16 points. She was the team leader for Holliston. For the Hillers, it was Jessica Ionelli with 2, Lulu Murphy with 9, Kiki Fossbender with 13, Lauren Show with 14, Carly Hedstrom with 2, Maggie Hedstrom with 12, Lexi Trendle with 3, and Caroline Kane with 2. A great team effort by the Hopkinton Hillers here tonight on both sides of the ball as they take down Holliston by a final score of 57-37. Holliston now 0-3 on the season. The Hillers are now 2-2. A great win by the Hillers here tonight. Well, that's going to do it for Hopkinton Hillers girls varsity basketball. For Mike Terosian, I'm Tom Nappy. We thank everyone out there for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll talk to you again soon. Have a good night, everybody.